Hey, you guys, we are back to give you another update of what we heard about the Shanquella Robinson case. So let's get into it.
We keep it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and feel some tea. Join the KOED family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Courtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. Hey, what's up, KOED fam? Welcome back to another video of Courtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka Judge. It's my lovely wife.
Courtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Courtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships, reviews, and entertainment. And tonight we're gonna be talking about the Shanquella Robinson case. Once again, we got an update, things we heard. You guys might already heard it, so in case you have, we probably telling you something you already know.
So if you're brand new to this channel, you haven't subscribed yet, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow, and on all social media sites, comment, give us your opinion. What do you think? So let's get into it. So I first want to read an article that is from Metropolitan. Now this is a Mexican website, and they are reporting what actually happened, their reports, and it seems as though there's somebody that's been doing some lying in this investigation, and so they are just shed light on what is exactly going on. Now I want to say this off the top. I got this from Chronicle Speaks, so she did an excellent job, like she always do, in breaking things down and getting into it, and actually spoke to an investigator, reporter that's actually over there, and we'll get into that. All right, so let's go ahead and just read over this. So it says that let's see, in San Juan del Cabo, California.
Baja, California, sir.
Okay, there you go. A group of agents from the federal let's start that over. So let's go ahead and get into it. So in San Juan del Cabo, Baja, California, sir.
Sounds right.
Okay. A group of agents from the FBI, from the field office in Charlotte, North Carolina, arrived this weekend in the municipal seat of Las Cabas. So yeah, all of this, is, and I translated it to where it's in English. So United States federal agents are investigating the mystery surrounding the violent femicide of the young lady Shanquella Brenda Robinson, affectionately known as Quilla, which occurred on October the 29th inside of a room located in the 32 Villa Linda Street in Cabo Villas tourist complex owned by Puerto
Rico. Well,
let's start that over.
Yeah, I got it. They hooked on phonics.
No, it's just a way. I tried to skip over this, so I ain't gonna say inside a room.
Yeah, skip all that. Yeah. Just get to the
I'm okay. Let's see, mystery. I'm gonna say, I'm trying to skip around. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So it's a group of agents from and I'm just kind of breeze through this, but it's a group of agents from the FBI, from the field office of Charlotte, North Carolina, arrived this weekend in the municipal seat of Las Cabas. United States federal agents are investigating the mystery surrounding, as we all know, Shanquella Brenda Robinson. And let's see, that happened on October the 29th inside of a room, inside of a villa where she was staying at. The murder of the 25-year-old girl attracted the attention of the United States government after the family of the victim, originally from Charlotte, North Carolina, exposed that their disagreement with the contradicting information between the medical opinion and the autopsy of her death. So there is some, it should be accurate on both sides, but there seems to be some kind of
something's not matching up, between the medical opinion, I guess the doctor or whatnot, in the autopsy. Either somebody dropped the ball or somebody trying to hide something. One of the two.
Exactly. So originally, the Mexican government, after developing the body of Quilla, reported that, and there's a lot of the wrong genders kind of matched up in this article, but reported that he had stated that she died of alcohol poisoning. However, the death certificate determined that the young lady died from a severe spinal cord injury and dislocation of the atlas. That is a break in the first two neck vertebrae.
The first two next brother. That's right.
The FBI investigated particularly began after a viral video, which most people have seen, it was released, where you can see how, in what way the young American was allegedly attacked by her friend, Dejanay Jackson, a transgender inside the room of the tourist complex. Now, let's clear that up. She is not a transgender. She was born a woman. She has a child, from what I understand. So that picture, as you can see, is really true. They just Photoshop, remove the hair, the outfit's still the same and everything.
Yeah, you know, when I first saw that picture, I can kind of tell it was Photoshop.
Yeah.
I guess everybody trying to find a narrative to paint, to kind of justify why that person did what they did,
And why it was so brutally done.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a man, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a woman. The attack would have been filmed by another of her friends, identified as Khalil Cook, where the 25-year-old girl can be heard mockingly, Quella, can you at least defend yourself? Again, they call him a girl, but it was never a fight. She did not fight. Refuted the mother of the victim, Shalamandra Robinson, assuring that she was attacked. And she was. She was assaulted. She was attacked. She didn't fight. They said that she's not a fighter. One day before she was murdered, the young woman from Charlotte had arrived in Cabo on vacation, accompanied by a group of her 6 friends, for which she was happy. We've seen the video. She was like, "Where y'all at?" I looked at some of the pictures. This is from her mom. I looked at some of the pictures of her post, and she was really having a good time. And I don't know when it all started to go wrong. Her mother encountered. Quilla is traveling. Traveling companions called her mom to inform her that she was not feeling well and had an alcohol poisoning. So that's immediately what they told her mom. The people who were with her told her different stories. So each one of them told different stories. And the mother explained that later they called again, and only to report that her daughter had passed away.
Yeah, once again, like in our other video we posted, they went with the alcohol poisoning story because a couple of years ago that was happening down in Mexico and other places. And like I said, when I first heard it, I said, okay, you know, they're doing that. It's starting again. They're doing alcohol poisoning again. Bad alcohol down there. But somehow the story went left, and when that video was released and leaked out, you know, that's not alcohol, especially the autopsy. You know, you're not going to die from vertebrae, from broken vertebrae from alcohol poisoning.
Right.
So yeah, and go ahead. I'm sorry.
The friends managed to leave Mexico after not being arrested by Cabo's police, in act of evident impunity after the death of the young lady, and it seems as though they had disappeared from the face of the earth. I don't know. Now, let me say this. My personal opinion, I think that they got them. And I just don't think that these people is just on the run, and the FBI and the people can't find them. I just don't believe that at all. I just don't believe that.
I will say if they have them, at least the family would know, so to give them some peace.
Well, I think what I'm saying. How we know that the family they told, you know what I'm saying? True. They could say, hey, they could have 1 or 2 of them, and they trying to get the rest. So sometimes they don't come out to the media and tell us everything.
But after we go through what we found out later on tonight, who said, they got away, they should have been caught before they came back anyway.
Yeah. So let's see. So the young woman, life was taken, and in 2019 had graduated from Winston-Salem State University. She was a child's hair braider and ran a small boutique called Exquisite Boutique.
You don't call the names out.
Oh yeah. So the friends involved, and we did in the last video, the friends involved in this high-profile case were identified. When they say high-profile case, that is big.
Well, the thing is, at first it wasn't a high-profile case because somebody was trying to hide something, sweep it under the rug.
Right.
I think this case would have been still under the rug if that video was never released. But since that video came out and people were demanding justice and demanding answers, and the family demanding answers, it got hot.
Yep.
It got real hot.
Right.
It got to the point that the FBI had to step in.
Yeah.
And and Mexico is trying to save face because it's making them look bad because hey, they're a big tourist destination.
Oh, yeah. Definitely Cabo.
So they got to try to make sure they got all the loose ends tied up. So,
and shout out to y'all and everybody that has shared this on their platform and is talking about it, because that's what got it. The mainstream media, like I said before, was not talking about this, but social media was talking about it.
Well, you gotta understand, mainstream media really don't care about black women. There's a lot of black women go missing. They don't put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But let the other goes missing is blasted on TV, on the ticker or whatnot. And the only reason why this got hot is because of people like y'all and the bloggers and everybody. I call it the underground journalists,
Mm-hmm.
So, kudos to them because, like you said, without them, the story went nowhere.
Yeah, and those that do they thorough investigation to find out more information.
But some of y'all go a little too far with
it.
Way too far. Y'all be all in the weeds somewhere.
Yeah, in the weeds. All right. So anyway, the friends involved, so-called friends, in this high-profile case are Winter Donovan, Khalil Cook, Elisa Hyatt, Malik Dyer, let's see, Dejanay Jackson, and Nazir Wiggins. So this is from the other investigation. Regardless of the fact that the FBI managed to find out that the transgender Dejanay Jackson is the person who would have attacked and taken the life of Shanquella Robinson, and Khalil Cook, who recorded the video that went viral, is also investigating the omission and negligence of the authorities for the whole series of the contradictions in this case. So it is clear that they will exert pressure on the government of Mexico and the government of Baja California, sir, to determine the responsibilities of other people who would not have done their job well.
Right.
The people under investigation are Carolina Bizarre, the doctor of the American Medical Center Clinic, Los Cabos Municipal Police Officer Omar and David, the agent of the public ministry of the PGJE, Julio Daniel. They all lied. Point blank and period. That's what the article said. They all lied.
And we can show it to you right now. That's what it said.
I will link this in this video.
Yeah. It said the death of the young American, according to the copy of the police report, was reported 3 hours after the femicide around 6 p.m. on October the 29th.
I was right there. So it said, now they saying 3 hours. Now we got in, I think it was the autopsy or the autopsy, said that she died 15 minutes. She took her last breath 15 minutes later after that last blow, which was around 3.
So somehow 3 hours is missing.
from somewhere.
Yeah, so yeah.
So it said that the agents of the municipal police arrived at first responders Omar and David aboard the DS-777 patrol car were received by the doctors from the American Medical Center. Carolyn reported that at 2:13 p.m. they had requested that the consultation service for the young Shanquella, commenting that they had reported that the victim had drunk a lot of alcohol and they intended to channel her with IV. The doctor, as revealed, arrived an hour after receiving the report, allegedly, around 3:15 p.m., where she had a female person that was found. She had a poor verbal response in a drunken state, with a stable vital signs and dehydrated. The doctor explained to the police for which she that she advised her friends to transfer her to the clinic. However, the friends refused and requested that she be treated on site. So the doctor was like, listen, let's get her to the clinic or whatever. But supposedly the friends said, no, just do it. Well, what doctor really listened to the friends?
The doctor knows best.
Right.
So, yeah, this whole story sounds so fishy, even with the report here, the doctor saying she was in a drunken state, you know, that she couldn't really talk and like she was like had a lot of alcohol.
And
But that's not the case though.
but then too, if she had a broken spinal cord injury, a broken vertebrae,
We
and all
don't know.
that stuff.
We don't know if she was conscious or not either. When she, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
because
saying?
they saying she was conscious.
Yeah, that's the way it sounded like right here, like she was still conscious and she was able to talk.
Yeah.
But she could have been knocked completely out, you know.
Therefore, according to the doctor, she proceeded to channel without success because her friends the friends said no. So that at 4:20 p.m. she presented a generalized tonic-clonic seizure that lasted less than a minute with a spinal relaxation in such a way that the friend of the alleged aggressor, identified as Winter Essence Donovan, dialed 911 requesting an ambulance, for which in the process, Quilla presented respiratory difficulties and decreased pulse. The situation forced the doctor to give rescue breath. However, around 4:49, according to the doctor's version, she stopped feeling her pulse and started CPR with the help of one of her friends until the ambulance arrived and they continued with the sessions. Now, I guess according to them, she got alcohol. Like she got alcohol.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, she's still talking, she's still conscious, and now, you know, like you said, now her pulse is decreasing now.
Right. And I heard somebody say, if you got alcohol poison, CPR is not what you need to do.
I've seen somebody have alcohol poison in the club once before, and you're right. They had to get the paramedics in there and pull them out the club.
Yeah.
And they don't do no CPR.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all this weird. Let's see. In summary, according to the doctor, they performed a total of 14 CPR sessions, applying a 5-dose of Adrenaline, and 6 shocks without success. But he had no pulmonary reflexes. Dr. Carolina declared the young American clinically deceased at 5:57
That's
p.m.
almost 3 hours right there.
Now, mind you, Nazir, what's his name? Hazir, the other one. Nazir, I think this is his name. He said that he was there and that he was rubbing her head. And, you know, they called for a doctor. They thought it was going to be a man, but I think a woman showed up. And the nurse, and, you know, so
was he saying she was still conscious when he was rubbing her head?
He was saying that. He put on some music, put on some Summer
So
Walker.
she was still conscious, okay.
So what he said kind of, in a sense, coincide to what was
the
said
doctor,
here.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they got their stories together.
Who?
The doctor and him.
So let's see. Of course, the version of the doctor from the American Center Clinic is contradicted, and the information on the death certificate stating that the time between injury and death was just 15 minutes. However, the doctor at the private clinic, according to her version in the police report, the victim was deceased 2 hours and 45 minutes after the first contact with the victim.
So the contradiction is this. One report saying after the last contact with the victim, the suspect, that the victim passed away 15 minutes later. The doctor and everything else in the report saying it was like 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's almost a 2 hours and 30-minute gap.
Yep. So
what's going on? Like I said, this whole thing stinks. It stinks.
This last part is that today is known that all of them allegedly lied to protect the image and reputation of the Cabo Villas complex in Los Cabos.
So my thing is, were they trying to say that she drunk herself to be on the line?
Yeah, yes.
You know, and so it can still make the, so the resort still looks good.
Right, because they're saying it ain't our fault.
Right, because she did that to herself.
Right. And then we tried to do what we could, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't their fault either.
Right.
The friends did it.
So that's why I don't understand what they're trying to cover up here. You know, like you said, they have no control of the friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what purpose is it for them to lie?
Yeah, exactly. So another information I wanted to say, I wanted to make sure to read all that so everybody can have context and how things going. And if you're brand new, you probably want to go back and watch our other video or check out videos on what's exactly going on. But as I went to Chronicle Speaks and she broke things down and just read this article, and she said she also spoke to the investigative reporter over there, Geraldo. So she spoke to the investigative reporter, Mr. Geraldo, and she asked, do you have any idea why the police would cover up these individuals from, another country? Like, why did they let them go? You know what I'm saying? They had every right to arrest them or whatever.
Yeah,
why
right.
did they let them go?
Yeah,
You know? And you should say
now, all you're going to say, what you're about to say is what we got from Chronicle Speaks, okay?
Right.
So let that be known. I know you said it, but you about to say something that's
Yeah.
kind of heavy.
So he said, a police source tells me that it was possibly between the agents who processed the crime scene, kept $17,000 that Shanquella brought in her luggage. That's what he said. They were trying to cover it up, and
basically they robbed her.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. They robbed her while she was like unconscious. Right.
And evidently at that time the friends must have already hightailed it and was gone. So I guess they stayed until, the coroners or whoever came.
And they dipped out.
Yep. And I know it's been said that the friends took the money. I have not heard that. Go ahead.
No, and it makes sense now because the money is supposed to came up missing, but they blamed it on the friends. But actually, it wasn't the friends. It seemed like it's the.
Yeah, they took. Okay, so let me.
Go ahead.
No, let's talk about this. So she had 17,000. Now, from we think in her luggage. So why is she traveling with 17,000?
Yeah, when you told me that, I said, "Huh? Who carries that much cash on them?" Maybe y'all do. I don't know, but
maybe she converted into.
Yeah, maybe she was trying to convert into some pesos. I don't know, but credit cards for me when I go out of the country. You know what I'm saying?
So it just don't sound right. Like I said, I know it's been alleged that the friends took the money. According to Gerald, that's close with the family, that's not true. They haven't said, the parents haven't said nobody took no money. You know what I'm saying? And now we're hearing it saying that they took $17,000 from her out her luggage. So why was she traveling with that much money? It's also been alleged that she paid for the whole villa. You know what I'm saying? That she sponsored everybody. So I don't know that part. So many things that have been alleged, and people like to come up with their own stories about everything because they want it to make sense.
I just hope and pray this is not a setup. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of money to take from somebody.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. And
if it's true.
Yeah, to carry on you. And then the last part of that, he also said that Shanquella's death had been hidden by the Mexican government so as not to affect the image of the tourist destination of Cabo.
Of course. Most tourist destinations, they do that. If something bad happened, they try their best to minimize what happened so their image won't be damaged. And guess what? So they won't lose money. It's all about the money. It's all about the dollars.
Yeah, America and help them.
Yeah, so now, of course, right. So they get a lot of American money over there. So
yeah, and then Americans here, because like when that happened over there in Dominican Republic,
I said, no,
we weren't going. But I don't see that why now if they didn't do nothing, ain't nobody going over there for real.
All right, but that's why I don't understand what they're trying to cover, what image they trying to maintain, because the tourist destination, it's not at fault. Her friends are.
The Cabo 6, honey.
Right, that's what they call them. Cabo 6.
Cabo 6.
Yeah, the Cabo 6, it's their fault.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I guess they, the tourist destination, what's the name of it? Cabo.
Mm-hmm. So
Lost Cabo. Villa. Yeah, they're trying their best. Just like, hey,
cover it up.
Yeah, cover it up, hands off. We ain't got nothing to do with it.
Because it. I heard somebody say, "Well, I ain't going over there," but it makes the I guess the villa in itself look bad. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah, it does. It does because it happened there. Yeah. I get it. But
nobody want to go stay there, Chad.
Yeah, but it's a sad. Like I said, it's a sad situation all around.
Yeah.
And hopefully you're right. that they are in custody right now, and we just don't know about it.
Hopefully.
But if not, they need to catch you guys real soon.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, that's all we got. It's a lot of hearsay going on. Another thing that's going around this last part I want to say is where Kalia had the video and he was saying, "Oh, we got a dead, body or whatever," but he was talking about because she was, drinking and she was sleeping, she was knocked out. But you do have to be careful of your words too. But you said you felt that there was a setup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he said that knowing something was going to happen down the road. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just said, "Ooh," in a jokingly way, but in the back of his head, he knew the setup was going to happen. So that's why he said that in that way. But man,
that's creepy.
It's crazy. What happened to the second video? Everybody keeps saying it's out there.
They say it's out there, but ain't nobody. Even the parents ain't seen it. So So, I mean, only thing I can say is make sure that you stick to sources that always come with facts.
Yeah,
Stop sticking to hearsay and everybody taking a piece and blowing it all out of proportion. Got to be careful of the sources. So we read our sources, and when we talk about the source, we tell you where we got it from.
Right. And, and like I said, all this stuff is allegedly right now. So, it's not, like we got the smoking gun, but, it's just like, make sure you do your research and get it from a reliable source, right? Basically. All
right, you guys, on that note, as we say at the end of all of our videos, don't forget to go God and let God go with you.
I was put God first, y'all.
Deuces.
Hey! I was